Alright, so I said I'd do it, so I'm doing it. I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the Ultra VP. I recently got a Foo Fighters from Stern Premium, which is completely decked out. Okay, these two items should be the best of the best. The Stern quality is absolutely amazing. The Ultra VP should be equally so. I'm going to be doing a comparison of quality of build on both cabinets as comparison, so that people that are all naysayers, they'll see the proof. With that being said, let's just get right into it. Alright, so this is my Stern cabinet for Foo Fighters. I'm going to be showing the cabinet, the artwork, the wrap, the quality of build. Stern Premium costs nearly the same amount as an Ultra VP. Okay? So you should be getting the same. And this machine is a few years old. Alright, now we are on the Ultra VP cabinet. I showcased this before, and we're going to look at it again. Now, I'm not going to say that people don't have great cabinets, because I'm sure they do. There are people that probably have no issues with theirs, and that's fine. Every single person is allowed to have their own point of view and their own take. They're consumers. It's a consumer's market. But what I will say is this: you cannot simply dismiss other people's experiences just because yours is good. And again, I'm showcasing this because this is vinyl work on an $11,000 cabinet. Okay, this should be just as good as the vinyl wrap on the Stern table. It shouldn't come out bubbled at all. Period. And I can't stand people saying, "Oh well, just poke holes in it," or you know, get a blow dryer, or do this or do that. I shouldn't have to do anything. And it shouldn't look like this either. It shouldn't be like rough edging, scratches and crap. Right, so here's the actual Playfield. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to say that it's not. But it's only as good as the drive is. I had the 3.0 originally in it, and I got rid of it. I switched over to the Super V pin. Here you have your coin door wiring harness system. It's very good, very clean, really nice. Again, on the inside, all of your electronics are phenomenally, put together. Boards are all clean. It's nice. It's good. It looks good on the inside. Okay. Alright, now we're at the back of the Ultra VP. We'll go ahead and open it and go inside. Got some nice fans here at the back, keeping it cool. Very nice. Same thing with the back of the upper cabinet. It's very well ventilated. I'm not going to open up the top, but I can already tell you, looking inside, it's done very well. Good wire management, everything. Okay, so what do we have in here? We have a PC. again, the wiring is done very well in here. The temperature in here is always very cool. It has very good ventilation throughout, so that's, you know, great. It's a good interior wise. It's built well. Okay. I'm gonna open up the top, take the glass out, and you'll see another one of my huge gripes. Here's the actual system. It looks very clean, pretty nice. All right, now we're gonna go look at under the glass. All right, so once you get all of the edges off, which is what you have to do to get to the glass, unlike most tables where you can literally just take the front plate off and then you can just slide it out. No, you can't do that on this. You got to take off the side plates on both sides of the cabinet, along with the front, and then you're gonna see this. This literally sets in this super tight, just like cut. They just cut this in so that the glass can sit in it. It's not actually like a lip that it actually sets in properly, and it's like that on both sides. And it's this cheap ass cabinet wood. So when you're trying to get your glass back in, this shit is like splintering and like falls on your monitor as you're trying to get it back in, because you have to put this back in just like you would this machine, except this machine has the proper railing on the inside so that the glass just slides in, which is how this should be too. But no, they go the ultra cheap route, and instead of having it raised up a little bit with the actual glass being able to sit into it properly, they don't do that. They just do it the cheap, easy way to save a buck. So I'm gonna cut away. We're gonna take this glass off, and I'll show you how it turns into a mess. Alright, so I'm lifting this up to show you what happens. So, see here on the screen, when you try to do anything with this glass, the wood literally just splinters off it, and it gets all over your screen. And it's like that on both sides. And it's like that all the way up. So this thing is a pain in the ass to deal with if you're trying to do anything under the glass. And then I'm going to show you the monitor. So they like literally sawed this out along the edge of this. And the back. Like, see that big ass gap? That whole effing thing. They sawed that off. Like, skill sawed all that out. So there you go. Next, I'm going to actually power it up, and we'll go in and we'll look at how this actually operates, because this is a very powerful machine. I'm just showing you both sides of it. Just because one person has the best experience ever doesn't mean the next person doesn't have an absolute shit experience. It should not fall on deaf ears. Okay, about the actual system. So here we can see this is running 32 gigabytes of RAM, 13th gen i7. It has a 5070 12 gigs on that, and it has, I'm running the Super VPN drive, so that's a completely separate thing. I had the 3.0 originally, and I'm not here to talk about that because I already gave my review on that. Like, I thought it was absolute not good for this. So that being said, this is the Super VPN drive, and we're gonna look at how this performs. Okay, with the hardware this system has, it runs great. The Super VPN drive complements this just phenomenally. We'll test out pull tables. I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. All the loading screens are really nice. The sound is amazing. There's a lot of hardware with this, and overall, when you have the software working properly, this thing is great. It's a treat. All right, so this is a pop pack version. Table's really good. Colors are super vibrant. I mean, it's a very powerful system without a doubt. And we're just gonna play a little bit on this, and we'll switch to another one probably after the ball drains. And there we go. I mean, you can see it's gorgeous. Let's try an older table. Paired stiff is a classic, an oldie but a goodie. Loading screens are really nice. The colors all pop. I mean, you're playing on an OLED, so get a couple quarters in here. Another awesome, just absolute banger of a table.
Stop the spider! Use the flipper!
Head for the deadhead! Better be careful. Leave it alone.
Whole machine shaking. That's awesome. Again, it's absolutely killer. And we'll switch to another table after this.
Heading for the deadhead! Ah, the deadhead family album.
Fathead!
Oh, nice manners.
I've played the real version of this at the arcade. Obviously this isn't that, but it does look really good. Physics are a little floaty, but I mean that's just the way it is. You know, we're talking about virtual pinball, virtual/digital, and again, the RecRoomWorld system as a whole has the power to do this almost flawlessly. It's just having the proper software to do it with. If you're a person like me, I'm not going to sit around for hours microing all the settings for like, you know, 1,000+ tables when I just want to get on and play. And we're getting a multi-ball, looks like.
Roaches? Scorpion? Ooh, I heard it's so bad.
There we go. There's some things I turn off when I play just because it gets a little obnoxious. Like, I don't have like all the knockers and stuff turned on because it just gets so loud for me. I leave like the flashing lights on top is pretty cool. The blowers, you know, cool feature. So without a doubt, it's still a very enjoyable experience. Okay, let's go to Batman 66 on here. Check out Aliens. This is a fast game, so this is a showcase. This has really vibrant greens. It takes a minute to load up, but it's well worth it. It's a phenomenal table. An older production from Future Pinball though, so but well worth. Just love playing it. Okay, so the sound,
there goes our salvage, guys.
great.
I'm ready, man.
All right, gear up. 2 minutes, people.
All right,
All right, let's go. Hit him out.
and this table, greens, super vibrant. It just pops. So again, beautiful.
90 meters. They found a way in. Something we missed.
All right, there we go. Haven't played this in a while, so it's probably gonna be pretty crappy. Sounds amazing.
I got a bad feeling about this drop.
Things that you don't see with the Super V pin is I don't have artifacting on load screens or when stuff loads in. I don't have any problems with literally anything. We'll be doing a separate review for the Super V pin as a drive at a later date, but I'm trying to do right now to showcase this entire system, flaws, its strength.
Let's go. Move it out.
All right. Oh my god.
Hurry. Come on.
Can't. There we go. So I've lost the upper Playfield. That's a wrap. But gorgeous, gorgeous gameplay on this machine for so many tables. Problem with this is that you're paying a lot of money for this, okay? I have a Stern Premium Foo Fighters that's set up like it's an LE, right? That costs less than this, okay? So I don't expect like anything to be wrong with this machine when I pay this much money for it. And that's the problem, is that a lot of people have only had like only this, or they've had to add games and then they get this and they're just so smitten by it. They're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Well, no, it's not really the best thing ever. When you look at, if you have other things to compare it to quality wise, you would expect more from this based on that, and that's why I have gripes about it. I mean, when I got my Stern table, there's no problems with the artwork. It doesn't look like it was rushed and they just like slapped it on super fast. I put a couple quarters in here. And we're gonna play the Decepticons. So again, this is another beautiful table. Gonna do a little showcasing of it.
What you're about to see, totally classified.
Great gameplay. Like the table effects are awesome. Color, lighting, the sound from the table, just phenomenal. Okay, so I'm not here to completely shit all over this because I still have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna give a 100% honest review for something that I spend this kind of money on. I'm not gonna be like a lot of these guys that are just like, you know, have people coming over their houses and everything else. Like, this is gonna be a 100 legit unbiased review. Because I don't get any kickbacks. Nobody paid for this for me. I bought this. So again, pretty good hardware. It'll play on the tables, you know, phenomenal. It's a fun time. It's just I don't expect to have shortcomings, and I don't expect to have the shortfalls that I've had with the individuals at RecRoomWorld. I have reached out multiple times, trying to get my second drive, and originally they were very, oh yeah, you're one of the people that you're gonna get your second drive and da 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 da, and then guess what happened? They pop smoke on me. They quit replying, everything. And the getting the machine itself was a pain in the ass too. Like, it got to the point where when I was calling them, they literally would be like, oh, here, I'm gonna transfer you out to the warehouse, and instead of actually, you know, having proper customer service and going the extra mile. Like I shouldn't feel like I'm the bad guy when I'm paying this much money for this. I mean, give me a break. So when it comes to this machine, would I suggest it? Honestly, I don't know. If you have other options available, I would look to those. Look to the reviews for those other machines possibly. I know there are other ones out there. I would not bother with the drive that comes with this at all. I would, if you're a really good person with curating tables, I would suggest just putting your own together if you're that type of person. If you're a person like me that has better things to do with my time because I'm in the military, I would suggest maybe the Super V-Pin, and I know there's at least a couple other companies out there that do them as well. So hardware wise, it's very good, but for all the headache and heartache that I went through with this thing, I don't think I'd buy from them again. I'd either wait or I'd look elsewhere, honestly. So take that with a grain of salt. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, this isn't just a crap session on the Ultra VP, okay? I think RecRoomWorld has a good product. They just need better customer service, and they need to not ghost people when they have legitimate concerns. And they also need to quit making chill accounts on the fan groups and just trying to crap on other people because they don't agree or they're not shilling. So you wouldn't need people to shill for your product if it was that good. And that's what I'll leave you guys with. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. RecRoomWorld, a disappointment. Have a good night.